Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before we start, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 2 weeks, November 10th to November 21st, reveal that Sharon Newman and Matt Clark, aka Mitch Bacall, will have a threat exchange while Victoria Newman and Nate Hastings deal with some flying sparks. During the week of November 10th to 14th, Holden will try to convince Audra Charles that spilling to Claire was a good thing since he told her just enough to satisfy her curiosity. There's more to Holden's past with Audra that he didn't expose, but Audra will still have concerns about Claire knowing enough to come after her. After Victor Newman uses the AI program against Kane, he'll face Phyllis Summers' complaints. However, Victor will insist he can do whatever he wants with the software and will remain unbothered by Phyllis's reaction. In Los Angeles, Sharon will face off with Matt, so some threats will be thrown on both sides. Meanwhile, Nick Newman will find Sienna Bacall smooching with Noah Newman in his hospital room and ultimately give her updates on Mitch's full history as Matt. Later, Noah will find himself feeling cornered, so that may be due to Matt getting rid of the guard outside his door with Detective Burrow's help. Matt may catch Noah off guard with an unsettling visit and put Sienna's lover at risk once again. Back in Genoa City, Adam Newman and Victor Newman will team up on a plan to go after Billy Abbott. It looks like Billy will manage to provoke the Newman, so Sally Spectra may blame him when Victor and Adam retaliate. As for Lily Winters, Y&R spoilers say she'll spot Kane and Phyllis in a scandalous position. That could mean Phyllis and Kane will have some sort of passionate encounter, so Lily might catch them in the act. Elsewhere, Victoria will catch up with Nate following her trip, so that'll bring some flying sparks. The more time these exes spend together, the harder it'll be for Nate and Victoria to stay in the friend zone. The week of November 17th to 21st will bring some wedding-related excitement since Danny Romalotti, Michael Damian, and Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, are on the verge of getting remarried. There'll be some last-minute prep and maybe even some drama before the ceremony if Phyllis decides she can't behave. Tessa Porter and Daniel will also grow closer ahead of their performance at the nuptials. By the time this performance actually happens, it could leave the passion between Daniel and Tessa ready to explode. As for when the wedding itself will actually kick off, look for Christine and Danny's 2-day event to begin on November 21st. There'll be plenty of fun stuff happening, including the big reveal of the top bridal gown that fans voted on. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some unsettling news, heated confrontations, and joyful moments too, so stay tuned for all the highs and lows. The Young and the Restless recap for Monday, November 10th, reveals that Phyllis Summers' deal will go wrong as Victor Newman attacks Kane Company, so the drama's about to heat up in Genoa City. At Crimson Lights, Sally Spectra will bicker with Billy Abbott about whether Audra Charles belongs on their team since Jill Abbott made it clear she's not on board. Nevertheless, Billy will admit it's Sally's call to make in the end, so she'll still plan on making sure things work out for Audra. At the GCAC, Audra will continue ripping into Holden for giving Claire Newman info she could use to sabotage her. Audra will accuse Holden of only caring about making Claire his next conquest and will struggle to understand why he would even take Claire to the Shadow Room. Considering their history with that place and those people, Audra will wonder if Holden has a death wish or something. As for the story Holden told Claire, he'll insist it was a very careful version and that he didn't even mention the guy's name. Holden will argue that he hopefully gave Claire enough to satisfy her and make sure she didn't dive deeper for the worst story that they don't want getting out. When Sally appears nearby, she'll immediately pick up on the tense vibe between Holden and Audra. Holden will downplay things before taking off, so that'll give Sally a chance to question Audra alone. Audra will just act like Holden always knows how to get under her skin, so Sally will urge her not to engage next time. After Sally says they need to talk on Monday's Y&R episode, Audra will assume this involves bad news. Sally will confess that the anonymous backer doesn't want her to hire Audra, but she'll insist she plans to hire Audra anyway. Once Abbott Communications is up and running, Sally will be convinced that she can ultimately bring Audra on board. Audra won't be thrilled about the delay, but she'll appreciate Sally's loyalty and will plan to hit the ground running when the time comes. At the Newman Ranch, Kane will accuse Victor of unleashing the AI program on his empire and wonder if Phyllis is how he was able to do it. Victor won't admit any guilt, but he'll act all smug over the fact that Kane's doomsday program has infiltrated his own company. After Kane exits, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will praise Victor for his move against Kane and will end up giving Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan updates on the situation at Society. Chelsea will ask why Adam doesn't seem happier about Kane's downfall, but Adam will be more concerned about Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, being Victor's next target. Adam will confess that Victor wants him to create a diversion for the Abbotts so that Victor can unleash the AI program on Jabot too. The clock will already be ticking for the Abbotts, but Adam won't like the idea of helping to decimate Jack since he considers him a friend. Chelsea will point out that Adam could tell Victor no, but Adam will know his father would view that as a betrayal. Even so, Adam will realize Chelsea might be right about taking an honest approach. Chelsea will wonder if Adam's willing to stand up to Victor to protect Jack, so he'll have a lot to mull over. In the park, Phyllis will bump into Kane, who will acknowledge that the AI program is now inside Arabesque. Phyllis will point the finger at Victor, but Kane will remain suspicious of Phyllis's involvement. Billy will come along and push Kane's buttons, but Kane will hint about having fires to put out before he takes off. After Billy quizzes Phyllis about the nature of those fires, she declined to give him more information. Phyllis will eventually head to the ranch and confront Victor about unleashing the AI program on Kane's company. Since that wasn't their deal, Phyllis won't be pleased. Victor will note that Phyllis is still going to get what she asked for once he goes after Jabot. However, Victor will basically insist it's none of Phyllis's business whatever else he wants to do with the program since they're not partners. As Jack and Diane sit at Society worrying about whether Victor will attack Jabot, the mustache is at the ranch updating Adam on Noah. Talk turns to Newman Media cutting Kane off at the knees, and Adam asks if his father has taken steps to cripple Jabot yet. Over at the athletic club, Lily ends a call with Devin when she spots Kane. She joins her ex, who asks if she thinks the kids miss him at all. Lily assures him they do, but they still feel betrayed. They bicker about the AI software, and Lily's appalled to hear he doesn't know who stole it and can't control the situation. Lily rants at Kane at length about the potential fallout. He's well aware and it keeps him up at night. Lily wonders if he's only upset because he's not the one wreaking havoc. Kane insists the whole thing makes him sick. Lily warns if Victor and Phyllis are working together, they are all sitting ducks. Kane reveals he's going to offer a deal. Claire walks into Crimson Lights as Kyle is about to leave to catch his flight to LA. She's followed by Holden. He learns they took the Newman jet back together. Kyle wants to speak to Claire alone, but she declines. Undeterred, Kyle coaxes her into coming to the house to see Harrison. Kyle steps away and Claire to Holden, who asks her for dinner. Claire won't commit, but they'll touch base in a couple of hours. Novak watches forlornly as Claire leaves with Kyle and flashes to their lovemaking in LA. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to bell the notification icon.